I'm here with Jeffrey Binky to ask him some questions about his previous job and what was it?
Which one?
The software company.
I worked at 3 different companies. Out of college, I worked for a company called Management Science America. Then in the 90s, I worked for a company called PeopleSoft. And then in 2000s, I worked for a company called Employees.
All right. Well, why did you want to go into that job field?
It kind of came across because when I was in college, the major I had, which was MIS, Management Information Systems, was brand new, and I was struggling in college. I wasn't doing real well. I was making some mistakes, and I knew I needed something different. And I'd had a programming class as a freshman at Georgia, and I liked it. And basically my advisor said, "Hey, there's this new program. Why don't you try it?"
Oh.
And I fell in love with it.
What did you have to do in that job field?
Well, so in working, I started off as a programmer. So I was actually writing programs, taking specifications, writing specifications, writing the software, testing it, and then installing it for the customers. As my career progressed, I actually left the programming field and started doing pre-sales. So I would actually go in and demonstrate the software. The last job I was at, I was a vice president in charge of strategy. So in development, our responsibility was to figure out what should go in the product and then oversee the development of release to the customers.
All right. What advice would you give for someone going into this field?
I think it's an unbelievable opportunity this day and age that the time to create products is so short and can be so quick that you can be successful in it. I think technology's changing a whole lot. I don't think we have enough people to meet the challenge. And ultimately, you don't want it to be a job, you want it to be a career or something that you love. And so if you love doing it, there's some place for you to do it.
What was your favorite aspect of the field?
I think it was, for me, there's 2 things. One with the people, because we were all kind of alike, we were all young, we were all doing stuff, and it's a fast changing industry. It's changing all the time, so there was always something new. As a programmer, where I started, it was running into problems and then solving them. I thought that was pretty cool.
All right. And contrary to that, what was your least favorite aspect?
For me, I pretty much stayed in the same line of business. So my expertise was in the human resources payroll applications. So I did it at all 3 companies. And even though the technology changed 3 times, the problems that the customers were experiencing and the way they handled them didn't. So it was new technology, but it was the same old problems. It kind of got tired after a while.
Do people in this field receive benefits, and if so, what kind?
It's going to be based on the company, but these days, because there's so few IT people available, programmers and stuff, companies are going to offer benefits. So you're going to get your health, your dental, your life, all the standard ones, because that's going to be a competitive part of your salary and compensation package.
Is there any travel required in this field?
It'll depend on what you do. For me, as a programmer, no, there was very limited to no travel. When I got into sales or pre-sales and some as a vice president, I had to travel. But for the most part, the answer is no, unless you want to.
What education do you have to go into this field?
It used to be you had to have a 4-year degree. But these days, that's kind of going away. Mr. Cribb teaches there. His son actually they now have these things called boot camps, which are very condensed learning cycle, 4 to 6 months, I think. And he got hired out of that. So I think you want to look at a minimum of a 2-year degree, specifically in the IT or IS, Information Systems, or CS degree, and you'll be fine.
All right. And last question, are there any internships or apprenticeships that you can get for these fields?
You can, but it's difficult. The reason why it's difficult is because a lot of the software is being developed has what's called proprietary information, which means it's their secret, and they don't really want a kid to come in, learn the secret, and then go and give it. So they're out there, they're just real limited.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Awesome, I enjoyed it.
All right.